Welcome back to the studio for another episode of Laser Sports Update. I'm Taylor Viles. With sports back in full swing this spring, we will be breaking down the action that has occurred thus far and touching on the players who've been making it all possible. Before we get into the action today, just a quick disclaimer. This episode is being filmed on Monday, April 5th, and some sports will likely have played games before it's aired. Now let's get rolling. The baseball team had a rough start to the season with a 4-8 overall record, but they have done well so far in conference play as they have a 3-1 record. Junior first baseman Matt Motika has been a tough out for opposing pitchers this season, currently leading the Lasers with a .406 batting average in 12 games. On the pitching front, grad student Lorenzo Davis and freshman Derek Lallo lead the team in wins with 2 apiece. Davis has pitched 2 complete games while posting a .265 ERA, while both Lallo and Motika won the GNAC Pitcher and Player of the Week honors respectively. Coming off 2 wins against Norwich on April 2nd, the team looks to build off that momentum as they take on Brandeis on April 7th, followed by St. Joseph's of Maine on April 10th. The softball team has been unreal so far this season. For the first time in program history, they're 6-0 to begin their year. It's also a very young team with 6 freshmen, 5 sophomore students, and only 5 upperclassmen. Starters Allie Kirk, Brianna Gendreau, and Bethany Hector have each been a tough out and very hard for opposing pitchers to handle. They're all hitting above 400. Kirk last week hit .615, winning the GNAC Rookie of the Week for the team. 5 more players are also hitting above 350, showing that the whole lineup, top to bottom, can hit. On the mound, Aaron Sheely and Nicolette Jankos have been lights out. The team is gearing up for a very busy month of April with 6 doubleheaders in less than 2 weeks, starting off by hosting Fisher College on Tuesday the 6th. After a tough opening day loss in overtime, the men's lacrosse team has been dominating on the turf for the most part. They've turned in multi-goal wins against Nichols, Anna Maria, and Emmanuel before suffering a loss at the hands of Connecticut College back on April 3rd. Standouts for the Lasers so far this season have been grad students Chase Kapazinski, who leads the team with 14 goals, and senior Andrew Fidalgo, who has 12 goals. Kapazinski's goal total also has him tied for 6th in the GNAC. Junior goalie Alex Bocheman has had all the decisions for the Lasers with a 55 save percentage. As of this filming, the team's record sits at 3-2 overall, but in conference play they're 2-0, which has them tied for first in the GNAC standings. For our game spotlights, I'll now turn it over to Josh Wolmer to break down a couple exciting matchups that have occurred over the past week.
Thanks, Taylor. Lasell volleyball caused a major hurt for Eastern Nazarene, sweeping the doubleheader this past Wednesday. The Lasers took control early in match 1, putting points on the board quickly, which led to a 25-13 win in the first set. A close second set showed the determination of the Lasers when sophomore Jan Baranowski and graduate student Scott Sterenberg finished off the set with a key run, leading to a 2-0 lead in sets. The Lasers took control of the third set, shutting down Eastern Nazarene in their first match. The Lions and Lasers were neck and neck for the first set of the second match until junior Brandon Hapgood got his second wind, catapulting the Lasers to take the lead. Living off of this, the whole team worked together to take control of the second set. Despite great efforts from the Lasers, the Lions fought hard and fast in the third set to tie it up late, ultimately taking it in the tiebreaker. In set 4, both teams dug deep and it was closely contested. Lasers Brandon Joyce and Ryan Fuller made the final push, bringing the Lasers to their second match victory of the day. After a recent win against Wentworth in 5 sets, the Lasers improved to a 4-3 record overall. The sports domination hasn't just stopped at the volleyball team for the Lasers. The women's lacrosse team also brought home a win from their game Wednesday afternoon versus GNAC foes Johnson & Wales University with a 16-13 victory. The game could have gone either way in the first half, but the Lasers pulled ahead just before halftime. Lasell tried to stretch their lead early in the second half, but JWU had other plans. Johnson & Wales University scored 4 unanswered goals to come within 1, but the Lasers buckled down and worked for 3 more goals in the final stretch of the game. This was all made possible by graduate student Morgan Choquette, who made 11 saves in goal. Choquette was impressive when she was needed the most, stifling many of Jay Woo's late scoring chances. The victory improved their record to 2-1 overall. We look forward to their upcoming game against Dean College this Sunday, April 11th. Back to you, Taylor.
Thank you, Josh. As the weather warms, these teams just continue to improve. Who's to say what records could be broken by our next episode in 2 weeks? I'm Taylor Viles, and I'll be right back here then to bring you all the information needed to stay on top of these great teams. Until then, go Lasers!